Hi, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Let me let's shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm looking. I haven't told everybody that I'm live, so I gotta tell everybody that I'm live while I'm doing this intro. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hopefully that will give people some time to get in here. Let's start this intro right now. Oh man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me say my hellos. Thank you for being here. Oh, you want to go out now? The dog wants to go out. Give me one sec, y'all. Sorry, guys. The dog wants to go out, and he'll probably want to go in here in a little bit. I need to get me a doggy door. Okay, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. Let's see, Pika in the house. Nicole, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Who else did I see in here? I know I saw some Nebulous. Wim said this is a little too late for me. Shout out to Wim. I hope you're resting, Wim. Ken, I hope you made it. I know that you posted that earlier, but I hope you're here. Shauna B, Bo, thank you for being here. Everybody, Spooky Fox, Liz, thank you guys. Princess Sassy Pants. Thank you. Jess360, where you been all my life? I don't know where you been. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Kitty Coo, Shauna B, thank you. Yes, everybody come through. Thank you. Who else is here in the house? Hey, Erica. Maria, thank you for being here. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. How are you, Mark W? Welcome, welcome. Running Bear, thank you for being here. Lord have mercy, the numbers are going down. Well, DB, thank you for being here. Christy B, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you again, Christy, for sending me messages. I do get them. For those that message me, I do get them. Sometimes I don't respond back right away because, I'm running. I got a couple of platforms and a couple of messages and stuff to get to, but just know I do see it. Um, just note that I do. And I try to, like, whether it's a heart or a thumbs up or a hello that I say, I try to interact as much as I can, especially with my members. But the best way for members to interact with me would be through the Discord. So just a heads up. All right, the dog's barking. One sec. That dog. Okay, you can calm down now. You can go. Go, go, go. Thank you. We have an understanding. All right, Kathy, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, glitter is forever. Welcome, love. Who else is in the house? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody. Aesop, how are you? I got your email too, love. Shout out to you. All right. Hey, Simply Monica. Yes, please hit the like button. Please and thank you. And Dee Marie, thank you for being here. I see Cheeks in the house as well. Thank you. Donna, happy Monday. Lord, happy and Monday in one sentence or hoppy? Hop as in hop. Hoppy. Shout out to you. Mm. So let's get started, okay? I wanted to tell you guys something because I felt like it would be such a disservice not to do a little bit more work, because I've been talking about Scientology. I've talked about Scientology before, but what I've learned about as far as Scientology goes has been through what I've seen on TV, right? Or what I've seen here on YouTube. So I would love to interview, and I did reach out to somebody to interview who has, you know, been on that side and now is on this other side, right? I feel like it would do such a good, way for us to educate ourselves, especially me, because I am not at all the expert of that. I've said that before in my other lives. So I'm working on some scheduling stuff, but hopefully we could bring somebody on this channel that can help us. Now, for those that are new to my channel, I do a lot of true crime. That's kind of where my niche is at. Trending news. I give a lot of commentary about different things. That is kind of where I stay. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I really, I have so many questions, right? And it's different when you can talk to somebody that has lived through it versus, seeing it on TV or, on YouTube or whatever, actually speaking to someone. I'm just totally here for it, for sure. Well, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? I think it would be a great idea. I'm totally loving it. I don't know. Because I think we could definitely learn. And I mean, I'm all here for it. All here for that. Like I've said before, there have been a lot of people that have been upset of my coverage of this. Oh, well, thank you. You're fantastic at whatever you cover, right? Well, thank you. Shout out to you. That would be amazing, right? I'm excited for it, and I hope it's one of many interviews with people that have former Scientologists that are able to educate at least me, and I know a lot of people here because we have a lot of questions, right? Um, I know I do. So I'm down for it. And I'm just hoping to get some more education and spread the word and awareness, especially in the true crime community, because I know that the true crime community is one area where we love to cover all kinds of topics, cults being one of them. And we've talked about them before. And so I know that this would be a really, really good deal. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Keep your fingers crossed that we find a great day to do a live. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Absolutely. So let's get it together. All right. And I'm trying to figure out how do we start this because so many of you have emailed me like I've been inundated with emails. Okay. Some really good emails and some really shitty emails. And I really wasn't going to go live anymore about this topic because I felt like, well, okay, like, I did the second part of the review and gave my flowers to where they needed to go and whatnot. And I'm hoping for the best, not just for one, but for all parties involved, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of victims out there. And what better way for those to work in the organization that have actually been through what they've been through and can actually understand and really, really help others. That's kind of where I stayed. And then you guys reached out to me. And I was like, for real? Like, what's going on? And you were like, Rabbit, like, you got to look at this. You got to look at that. And I'm like, all right. What about this commentary? What about that? Ooh, Lord have mercy. Look at you guys. You guys are still going in here. Oh Lord. Violetta, don't even drop that name there, please. We don't talk about the we don't. I'm good. Um SW, happy birthday, by the way. Yeah, SW says, I don't understand Scientology at all, but this is definitely an area to definitely seek. Right? Simply Monica says, you're doing a new territory of being able to target, but you have the ball. Lord, I don't know if I got the rabbit balls, but I got some balls. No, it's Sarah, it's not like I'm not, Lord have mercy, this is part of blogging. Like, I cannot tell you how much negativity I have received since this channel started. Like, don't even, there's nothing to apologize about it because it truly is. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, if that makes sense, right? And that's the best way to kind of look at it. With all the trafficking cases against Scientology, it could fall under true crime. It definitely falls under true crime. It definitely does. And I'm surprised, like, you know, how do I say this? Like, the bigger channels that do true crime, like Law and Crime, for example, like the bigger networky type of channels, when they touch something, I mean, they touch it because they have the resources and the experience and the connects, and that is awesome, right? For someone like me, I do things, at my pace. I don't have a team that works with me. I have a wonderful set of mods and a wonderful Discord and whatnot. But yeah, like, I would love, 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 to keep expanding it and definitely bringing this more to the true crime area because people do need it. If there's, I saw it in the Aftermath Foundation that there's like I saw that and it totally caught my eye that there was a missing person uh, tab. And so the only case between that and maybe some other ones that I've known of missing would be like Shelley Miscavige, right? I've heard about that multiple times, and police, and then there being some concern, and this lady has never been found. Is she in one of these compounds or is she somewhere else? Like, that would be awesome, but I would love to see, like, especially those situations, that there is bigger coverage done to reflect those missing people, you know? But definitely. You love me calling AA Ron. Well, I don't call him that, the intro. And then I got stuck saying it in the first video. And then somebody in the chat was like, can you stop saying AA Ron? I'm just going by the video that he plays at the very intro, which is absolutely funny. Let me see. What else are you guys saying? Yes. Oh, well, thank you, Donna. Shout out to you. Liz might be a good I don't know who that is. KCG, if you want to go ahead and hit me up, let me give you guys my email. Like I said, I get a lot of emails, and if I don't get back to you, don't be upset. Just note that I get a lot of emails, and I do go through them, and I'm a one-person show at this point. No big production. Aaron, right? So that's my email, guys. Check me out there. If you have somebody that you want me to reach out to, that'd be great. But yes, okay, yes, and we don't dox or harass, or anything on this channel whatsoever. Just note that I do. Just so you know, I block trolls. I really do. I don't engage in the back and forth. I can't. I don't have time. It is not. I don't get. I don't have time for that. I really don't. And I'm not going to go back and forth with someone's opinion. You know what I'm saying? You said Liz Gale is in the chat. Okay, really? Where's hell? Is this Miss Liz? How are you, Miss Liz? Are you? Do you have a channel? Are you a former Scientologist? This is the first time I see you. Okay. The more people talking about this, more voices being heard and more diversity. Inappropriate. Why? Oh Lord, I love your name. Miss Liz, if you're in the chat, tell me a little bit about yourself. I could definitely drop the link if you want to hit the link for me. We can do that as well. Okay. Sorry, the dog's over here. All right. Inappropriate heifer. Isn't this the best name? I can't. Inappropriate heifer says the more people talking about this means more voices being heard and more diversity and more choices. It's a great thing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm on TikTok. Just Google my name. Okay. Do you mind if I pull a TikTok? Angela, I'm waiting. I can't say anything. I'm waiting. That's all I can say, girl. I've been sending good vibes to our girl BJ. Shout out to BJ. Um, Okay, let me go to the TikTok. Listen, this is great. All right. This is totally like impromptu, but all right then, we can do that. Hold up. I don't have the TikTok. Hold up, hold up. Liz Gale, Scientology. Let's do that. This is awesome. Thank you for um allowing me to look your stuff up. Okay. Lady, this is oh my gosh. Is this you? Hold up, hold up. It's so look at my goodness, you are so gorgeous. Look at that red hair. Lord have mercy. I am so jealous. Hold up. How come I can't hear sound?
Generation Scientologist. I am holding here in my hand what I consider to be the most dangerous document and practice within Scientology. It's actually a little lesser known because unless you were born or raised from an early age in Scientology, it would never apply to you. I think it's more dangerous than their fair game policy, which is what allows them to harass, sue, lie to, steal from people who have been deemed church enemies. What could be
Wow.
more dangerous than that? Well, let me show you this little document. This is a security check for children ages 6 to 12.
What?
See how long it is?
What?
See all these questions on here? Don't forget, this is intended for children 6 to 12 years old. Have you ever cried when you shouldn't have? Have you ever been a coward? Have
Whoa.
you ever
Those are questions? Talk about traumatizing children. Are you serious? Miss Bonnie, I promise you I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Miss Bonnie. I promise you. For those I'm waiting, I'm waiting. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Miss Bonnie, I can't say anything. I haven't heard anything right now, so I promise y'all. Um wait. Her question was, are you a coward? Wait, are they really asking this to children? Yeah, are these for kids? What?
ever felt ashamed of your parents?
Whoa.
Have you ever done something to somebody else's body that you shouldn't have? And I guess the one I'm guilty of? Have you ever decided someday when I get older, I'll get even? If so, with whom? This should be illegal. Hi.
Whoa. Whoa. Miss Liz, if you're in the chat, I would love to drop the link for you. I don't know if you're available to just hit it and chat with us. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm like I did so these are questions for kids. If you cannot come up, that is absolutely okay. But please, I would love to really share. Like, wow. I think I would have failed every question as a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, hold up. Let me go back a little bit to the questions that she was asking. Hold up. Whoa. And this is done holding a Scientology e-meter, a spiritual lie detector, and may take weeks of daily interrogation to complete. I'm still like dumbfounded by this. Wow. How are we not talking about this more? Like, how are we not talking about this more? Oh my God.
Ever cried when you shouldn't have? Have you ever been a coward?
You're going to ask your kid if, all right, I have 3 children. Let me ask my kid, have you ever cried when you shouldn't have? Oh my God. You will talk about it all day. Do you want to hit the link, Liz? I don't know if you're available now to talk. Like, I'm just completely up to you. I cry every day. What if I cry as an adult and I shouldn't have? And thank you, Miss Bonnie, for the 99 cents. Thank you. My goodness. By the way, I love the red hair. I don't know about you guys. I love the red hair. I guess you don't need to email you her info. Well, thank you. I'm glad she's in the chat. I just like, wow. She recently published a book. Okay. Yeah, I guess we auditing kids too. So what are the ages? Like I'm assuming it's children, right? Did I miss that part? See, I'm like so dumbfounded by these. Let me go back a little bit, okay? Because I really lost it with the questions.
Hi, I'm Liz Gale. I was raised as a third generation Scientologist.
My goodness.
I am holding here in my hand what I consider to be the most dangerous document and practice within Scientology. It's actually a little lesser known because unless you were born or raised from an early age in Scientology, it would never apply to you. I
Wow.
think it's more dangerous than their fair game policy, which is what allows them to harass, sue, lie to, steal from people who have been deemed church enemies. What could be more dangerous than that?
6 to
Well,
12.
let me show you this little document. This is a security check for children ages 6 to 12. See how long it is?
So 99 questions, ages 6 to 12. Why do children need security checks? Help me understand this. Let me go to her page and I just followed her. You guys check her page out. My goodness. Hold up.
Scientology revolves heavily on confessing your crimes. And they define what a crime is, just so you know. I'm not exaggerating. They have an actual book of misdemeanors, crimes, and high crimes.
Wow.
But in a lot of ways, even making a mistake is considered a crime. But essentially, nothing can affect you unless you have done something wrong against it first. And so you confess in order to clear your slate so that you don't pull anything negative in from the universe. This can be applied to anything. If you look at the Danny Masterson trial, if you listen to the Jane Doe testimony,
Wow.
when they were essayed, they were told that they had done something wrong and therefore they had to get confessional. They have to pay for these thousands of dollars.
Jane Doe 1 testified the church blamed her and put her through weeks of ethics programs.
Her testimony is the church then treated her like she had done something wrong. And she had to go through this expensive counseling to learn what it was, the evil things she had done in her own previous lives that would make her a victim in this life.
Remember, also, when she was asking questions about where Scientology leader David Miscavige's wife, Shelley, is, she's been missing for like 15 years.
I was sent to Florida for reprogramming from 9 in the morning till 10 at night. That is the hours that I kept while
Wow.
doing this.
There's a whole series of something called security checks in Scientology, which are sets of questions that are asked on an e-meter. This device here, they're considered a religious artifact.
See,
The
I'd
security
seen that
checks sometimes have
before.
hundreds of questions. Sometimes they're asking you about your past lives. There are ones like that I had are the children's security check, 99 questions for children's age 6 to 12. A lot of these are about asking if you're a journalist, if you are anti-Scientology, if you're infiltrating the group, etc. But 6-year-olds don't typically have that problem. So I don't know what the purpose is other than indoctrination, manipulation, guilt, shame, control. Another wild thing to know is that ever since modern technologies come around, these are recorded audio and visual.
Oh, hell
This is
no.
on top of the written documentation that is also kept in your permanent folder. So as you can imagine, confessionals are intense, they are frequent, and they are expensive, and they are essential in Scientology culture. So if you're thinking about becoming a Scientologist, please consider, do you want to get into this, and how much are you willing to pay? Scientology revolves heavily on confessing your crime.
That is crazy. Yes. So I saw Liz put in the chat that these questions are available like online. I had no idea. So here's the Xenu Net, which I believe is also part of the, you know, Scientology belief. This is new to me. And Alicia, thank you so much for the 4.99. Or you just started down the rabbit hole of what Scientology to a child. Check out Kelly. Is it Copter? They deemed on SP at 6 years old. Wait, they deem a 6-year-old suppressive too? That is crazy. So I thought this was like, you got to be joking me. The sexual and criminal security check. This is actually out there. Y'all Google search it. It's there. There are about 25 questions solely concerned with their feelings about Scientology, Mary Sue Hubbard's current wives or wives, whatever. Some of these questions were rather amusing. Do you think selling auditing is really a swindle? Do you feel that auditing is too good for psychotics or criminals? Okay, like what? They're asking these to children? I mean, does a child know what a psychotic is? Or a psycho? There are many security checks, one for kids and one for many others. They have many tons of questions and have done the e-meter. Wow. Here's some of the sexual questions, okay? How do you feel about sex? Have you ever raped anyone? Have you ever been raped? Have you ever been involved in an abortion? Have you ever assisted in an abortion? Have you ever committed bigamy? I can't see, like, I'm like dumbfounded by the way like, what? You're gonna ask this to a 6-year-old? Why would you ask this to a child? Like, I can't even imagine. We're like, what the hell is bigamy? What is that? What's an abortion? Like, some kids don't know that. I mean, at least I don't know. Unless y'all are, everybody's different. Maybe Scientology's teaching their kids about cannibalism. Have you ever practiced cannibalism? Homosexuality? Have you ever practiced or assisted in intercourse between women? These are like, why? Are you guilty of something? Do you have a secret you're afraid of? I'll find out. What questions on this check shouldn't I have asked you? Oh, Lord have mercy. I cannot. This is a real thing. And people buy into this? They don't think that's right. They don't I'm assuming they don't value children at all. There's no children in the Church of Scientology. They're considered adults. Oh my goodness. That is beyond messed up. Wow. I'll check it out, Kitty Coo. Okay, so Scientology doesn't think of children as children, just spirits who have lived multiple lifetimes in a small body. What a way to detach from humanity, right? Not to think of a child as a child. So then that leaves anybody with the ability to do whatever they want to someone, right? Don't think about them as children. Think of them as spirits that have lived in multiple bodies and whatnot. Ch- Oh, and you said Liz had bad experience. Good has good and bad experiences with the Aftermath Foundation. That is insane. Yes, Sarah. Bigamy, for those that don't know, it means you married more than one person. Yeah, ask that to a 6-year-old. In many states, a child cannot even marry one person. Well, at least they shouldn't, right? Yes, that may not be so. This is a lifetime in their children for a billion years. Wow. And they have children auditing grown men about it, about sexual thoughts and crimes. Is it Sergio Del Mar was a child auditing adults? I've never heard of him. Wow. Does he have a TikTok too? Okay, y'all are sending me a bunch of names. Make sure you guys are just send me the links and email me some of these people's names. Scientologists believe in multiple lives. I mean, I'm just like, look, it's been a minute since I've seen some of the, aftermath coverage. So I was just like, I feel like it would be such a disservice not to have somebody on my channel to speak a little bit more about it. Sergio. It's Sergio, right? I was going to say it in Spanish, Sergio, but I don't think he says it like that. It's huge. Imagine paying people to accept your blackmail material, right? Like, don't say anything. Keep my and especially a child who, I mean, clearly they don't see an innocence. They don't see innocence out of a child, right? I don't know. He's super okay. Well, you guys gotta send me some stuff. Sergio is very articulate talking about the abuse on children. Really? Okay, you need to check out several of the second gen exes. Okay, sassy sister, I will. He was an auditor as a child. That would be horrible to do, like to keep people's information and secrets. Like, I cannot. Additionally, in Scientology, they believe that we come back as other people. So their child could be their parent in a past life, a sister, or parental roles mean nothing. I mean, it sounds like it. This is supposedly what broke up Tom Cruise's marriage. So Suri wouldn't join Scientology and get these questions. I'm sorry. I don't like, what was the one movie that makes me like think of Scientology? I hate to say it that way, right? But the way it's being described, it almost sounds like this is crazy. But the movie that he was in, the Vanilla Sky movie, I was like, this is giving me like, this idea of this like other life type of deal. You just come back, and truly, does anybody really know if that's how it happens? No. No. And Nicole Kidman leaving Tom Cruise was smart. I think Tom Cruise is crazy. I think it's crazy. I'm just saying. You know, not my cup of tea, not my guy, but that's it. That movie was messed up, right? It was. Vanilla Sky, it trips me out a bit. I don't know if I like it. But then again, he did that one with Eyes Wide Shut with Stanley Kubrick. Thank you. Am I really going? Y'all took me there. No, wait, Donna, are you serious? Which one? Eyes Wide Shut or Vanilla Sky, Donna? Because Vanilla Sky was the one that I was like, this is just a weird movie. Like this is giving me a different kind of feeling about. Is this what Scientology is like? I don't know. Just weird. It's just weird. That's all. I don't know. Thank you. All right. So, thank you so much, Liz, for sharing and allowing me to share a little bit of your videos. Thank you. Make sure you guys check her out on TikTok. She has a huge following there. So shout out to her. Thank you. Thank you. I had no idea about that kind of a question. I just like, wow. Vanilla? Okay. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what, and not that I'm always on Reddit, but some of you guys were hitting me up a little bit in the emails and the DMs and whatnot about this piece. And like I said, I wasn't really going to get into the loss of subscribe because you know, people have said, and I have noticed too, that there has been a dip, that people have felt some type of way. I have seen I've seen channels that this is, I hate to say it, but when like controversy like this happens, channels do lose support. That's what happens. I've seen it happen in much bigger channels. As a true crime creator, you guys are here in the chat, my true crime people, y'all know when we've seen a lot of creators lose subscribe. Zav Girl, I'm thinking, losing lots and lots of support over the controversy with the Gannon Stout family, of course. So I'm not really like, that doesn't really surprise me. That I understand, right? Um, I think what surprises me, it's the way it's been handled, like from the jump, right? And does anybody like? I thought this was gonna subside for a while, but this is like I have a really bad taste of the situation overall. And the comments that y'all have left me in the chat consistently have been, "We're really upset. We're really upset. Like what? We just I've unsubscribed. I have this." But I think the most important thing is that if everybody's on the same mission to help people, is that really a good thing? Just something to evaluate, you know? Just because I don't think that that is something what Aaron would have promoted or anything like that. Matter of fact, he didn't. But I don't know. Johnny Crack says the aftermath handled this horribly, but I do hope they learn from it and succeed ultimately. Me too. Me too. Casey says the ones losing subs haven't really come back out of hiding to say anything. Well, there was a post. I did see a post where somebody, I think it was hold up, the BFG one. What did it say? Hold up, I don't want to make up words. I think they're trying to figure out how to handle it, and I truly hope that they do. They posted yesterday. They said, I wanted to let all the BFG subscribers know I, Marc, will be traveling for the next week or so for work and will continue to upload our regular series videos during that time. We will do a live video once I get back and things calm down. We appreciate the channel support and hope you enjoy the work and content we have been producing. That was posted between 5 days from what was said. I think them not addressing this since the failure of the video last week hasn't helped. Yeah, you know, that too. That too. Let me see what you guys said. Hey, do the right thing. Shout out to you, love. Thank you for being here. Just found your child. Thank you, Scientology Biasco. I really like your videos and happy. Oh, well, thank you, Ada. Shout out to you. He left some interesting comments on that video. He's probably trying to figure out how to respond. Listen, and I really went in there and I said, well, like, what are the best practices? What can we take from this? So I did, like, I was able to pull the well, for those that don't know, there is a Florida not-for-profit corporations act. And I'm pulling the book, right? And it talks about quorums and it talks about conflict of interest. And I was doing like the word search out of it. And out of this whole thing, which is like, I think it's like 33 pages. No, it's not. Hold up. It's a lot. These are like basically for board members and those that are doing bylaws and whatnot. How many pages is this damn thing? It's 60, 72 pages. 77. Okay, this is the official one. I'm assuming they would have to use something like this to follow. Okay. All of this just gives people like the how to and what not to and roles of the director and how often to do meeting minutes and who needs to be present for the board and the voting. I mean, I went in there to look deep. And honestly, I didn't find anything about marriages, which was a little surprising to me because there's going to be something that'll, talk about the ethicals or whatever. It really didn't say anything. But what was interesting is when I was looking into like what is the best practice, in such situations, it kind of took me to this other website. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. The nonprofit bylaws, tips, and best practices. This is not for Florida. I think this is just a general website, but I found this to be very helpful. Okay. And, just memberships. One thing that I circled here was this one right here. Make them public. Although bylaws are not considered public documents, making them public and easily available increases the organization's accountability and transparency, ensuring that the trust of donors, supporters, and beneficiaries. So, making your bylaws public would be helpful, right? You think they're acting cultish? Lack of transparency, control of info, lack of transparency, the total, anti ethical to the foundation purpose. Many of us given lots of money and to support, and we were frustrated. Sassy says, look, an apology to a reaction would go a long way. I sincerely hope that they are also paying attention to some of the constructive criticism and will pledge to take them into consideration. So if they came back and they said, look, we apologize for the way in which this information was handled. We wish Aaron the best, but we have to continue to do a job here. Y'all feel like that would help? And the thing is always, like I said, it's not anything for Aaron to be like, yes, I forgive you. He doesn't need to say that publicly. I'm sure they could do that privately, but Would that help? The snarky keyboard warrior comment from Mike Rinder. Hold up. Oh, that comment went by. Becky, thank you. Shows how much he cares about the foundation's looks. Hey, Mel. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Vic. I say this as someone who has donated hundreds to the foundation. Sassy, I'm sorry. The trust has been broken. Okay. See, and that's Lord, yeah, that's another one too. Can't explore within said religion is a problem, says Aaron McAdams. He can't take criticism. Who can't take criticism? Can't take criticism at all? You donated to Aaron because you donated to the Aftermath Foundation because of Aaron. The way the board treated this is insulting. No, Jason said that at this point an apology would come out very Ashton and Mila like. Lord. I mean that I don't know what to say. Mm, I don't know what to say. Like, wow. Well, I know. So you've been following Mike Rinders for years. I've never got the feeling he was all in on the foundation. He was just along for the ride, not a passion project for him like the others. Hey Margot. So for you it was the keyboard warrior comment and Mark laughing off. And who said about merch? Wasn't there like somebody said something to me about then they said that they were going to make merch, keyboard warrior merch or something like that? Or did that come from the other side? I don't know. They pooped the bed? The genuine apology may not looking like they are pissed. Um, I don't know, yo. It's gonna take some time, I'm sure, even after the apology. But if both sides have allowed this, let this go, then let this go. Aaron wants. Okay, gotcha. I was like, Sarah, who said the keyboard warrior stuff? Gotcha. Yeah, there may be some keyboard warrior merch. I actually think it's kind of catchy. Marked it. Okay. It is a little catchy, I'm not gonna lie to you. It truly is. Shout out to everybody. Okay. Hold up. What is this? Wow. Thank you. Amethyst, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you, Amethyst. You guys, if you got a membership from Amethyst, please drop a heart in the chat, please, and thank you. Nicole says, hey, y'all, I'm late. But yes, the BFG also had a lot of snarky comments to people with good feedback. All board members only responded to people who 100% agreed. That was not a good thing. Well, see, and what really got to me is when I heard that people that like had paid were their comments were getting blocked. I didn't like that either. This wasn't handled the best, okay? Um, but there is a lot of best practices out there for board members, and I definitely think, well, damn, if this information is out there, then y'all should read it. My question is, why is this thing in Florida and not in Colorado? And that could be a lack of my knowledge of why they would register it. Like, why would they register it in Florida? Because isn't it located in Colorado, but it's registered in Florida? Is there a reason for that? Does anybody here know that? Let me know in the chat. Aaron, I think wants to do to reclaim it for people since they were insulted. That is a valid reason to merge. Yeah, well, I mean, Aaron took the power back. Yes, yes. Thank you, Amethyst. Enjoy the full moon and supporting Rabbit. Much respect for what she does. Aw, thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you, Amethyst. On the post you just saw, I said, I hope you're not going to do that. He said, we are not coming out with keyboard warrior merch. Do you see it on our store? I have screenshots of him saying that. Somebody sent me a screenshot of something. Something. You said probably because of Clearwater? Interesting. Nita says when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. Okay, so it started in Florida because he lives in Florida, but because the address of it is in Colorado, right? Because I think some of the members live in Colorado. I don't know. Aaron is in Florida. That's why he started it there. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. In the end, the passive aggressive nature, alluding to things, and gaslighting is what got to everybody. Absolutely. They had to register in all states. Wait, what? They had to register in all states. Really? Okay. Gotcha, Alyssa. Thank you. So somebody on Reddit, shout out to the Redditors, all right? But I thought this was interesting because this is where we were all caught up. What exactly is so bad about the Aftermath Foundation being made up of married couples? I've seen this complaint in many places. Now, this is an honest question. I think it's a question that deserves exploration. Um, Let me know in the chat what you guys think about this. But the person says, I've seen complaints in many places. It suggests that individuals can't think for themselves. But if Heather Smith-Levin, I believe, you know, is married, had been on the board as well, would that negatively color perception of the what is it, Aftermath Foundation too? Conflict of interest. And I was reading stuff about this too. I said in terms of like the IRS. Does the IRS really care about this? I heard that they do check, but do they really care? If you have an entity like the Church of Scientology reporting your organization, which is what sounds like was happening, um, how many checks and balances would you have to have for this? They want their coins? Lord have mercy. Well, let me tell you what it says, okay? You issue were the defendants. If you don't, then defendants can ask for change to their local court. Okay. Pika, thank you for telling everybody to hit the like button, and thank you for being a member for 9 months. Thank you, Pika and Mari. If they only want themselves and their spouses, they can have a private foundation and not a 5013C. C3. Not approachable. Layla says, look, 3 couples that were higher up, not approachable. But if you're operating incorrectly and need to be a private foundation, those are different rules and different certifications. True. Okay. I see. I'm just letting your guys' comments through. Look, I don't know the answer, but I thought this was a valid question on Reddit and people were answering, right? Somebody said, I personally will just continue to watch both sides of the SPTV and don't feel a need to take sides. Been watching Aaron, Mike, and Marc since they all made a YouTube debut and will refuse to take sides since that's not what this community is about. I would guess married couples share a lot of similar opinions. I'm not accusing Heather Smith-Levin of sharing her husband's behaviors or thoughts since she's her own person, but it happens. A lot of people will be unable to look past Aaron when they see her on the board. And somebody said in here, it says, I looked up some laws, which is where I was at. I was looking up information and posted a link somewhere. I have to research more. It's all up to the federal and state laws, including the IRS. They would have been able to legally incorporate if their board members were in question. They wouldn't have. However, I did find that having married couples on a board can have pros and cons. One con being is that a married couple could be seen as one vote. Does everybody get a vote? Or does a married couple get one vote? See, I didn't even think of that, especially since we're talking about a quorum, voting practices and whatnot, right? It made me kind of wonder, like, all right, so are they like, ah, I don't know. They're all high as a breaks. Gotcha. Or 2 votes if you look at that. Okay. Hey, Chico. So do they all get a separate vote or are they all one vote because they're married? I'm just kind of wondering. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let me know. And I'm trying to pull another video that I have here that Lord somebody sent me. And I thought this was a very interesting video. That I said, well, this is interesting because we'll get to this. Somebody sent this to me. And I said, I did not know this. But this is how deep this Scientology stuff goes. Okay, let me see. Liz Scale did a great video earlier today on these issues. Did she? Okay. Totally agree. All right. Okay, there's Ken. Says it's one vote through human behavior. Okay. So who's going to go up against a spouse anyways? Like, no, but that's a legit question. Since when can married agreed couples send anything? That's why I'm not married anymore. LOL. What? Back to the email. Renewing the foundation brought up the conflict of interest, which they attacked the code to. Yo, but this code right here, people are not going to let it go. Many people see married couples as a unit, not two individuals. Thank you, Vic. Thank you. Please, Ken, please explain. Wasn't Mike the main abusive guy in the org? I have never heard him say he is sorry for what he did to all the second generations. He? Because that is why I don't trust him specifically. You don't think that Mike has changed much from what he used to do? Thank you, Nora. Welcome to the channel. She says a couple of things, not just all married couples, but without Aaron, all board members were Sea Org members. What about staff and public members on board? Nora, this ding, 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 ding right here. Because I mean, I don't know. Ken says, look, shout out to Ken. I have 15 board members. I need 8 votes on a controversial issue. I literally have to call each board member to find their ideas on the vote. So I don't know. Excuse me. So I know if I have enough, Ken is like typing really, really fast right now so he can finish the sentence on this. Mike is a second gen too. Okay. Aaron was also Seaworm. Okay, here it is. So he says, so I know if I have enough to pass the motion. So I know I have enough to pass the motion, period. Right, Ken? And unless there's more to add to this. Mike is the one of those people who should have never been allowed in a position of power. We're seeing the results of that right now. And if it stays, it will continue to grow. Well, I don't know if that's really the case. I guess we'll see, right? I was sent this clip, and I was like, do I like this is what you call repeated patterns of behavior? And I said, well, damn, like, and I'm sure Mike is aware of this clip because it's been out there and it's online, it's on the internet for everybody to see. But Graham Barry was the attorney, right? That Aaron criticized. Didn't name him by name, right? Doesn't say anything. So somebody sent me this video, and I said, I'm gonna play it. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this one. But this is Mike talking about Graham. And I said, well, maybe Mike and Graham are cool now, right? Just one. They told me to start at the 4-minute mark. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is what I thought was interesting.
You think they will go after you the same length or the same duration like they did it with Jerry Armstrong?
Same length and same duration.
Yeah, because Jerry Armstrong has been followed for 20 or 30 years already.
No, he hasn't. Jerry Armstrong's seeing things at this point. Jerry Armstrong was involved in a long battle with the church, but Jerry Armstrong's also kind of a bit of a fruitcake, frankly.
What was your
A
involvement with
fruitcake.
Graham Berry?
Not much. Oh, well, no, that's not true. I had quite a bit of involvement with Graham Berry. He was the lawyer representing Uwe Gertz and some other people, and hired Warren and Stacy and several others as expert witnesses. And I don't like Graham because I don't think he's honest. I think he's expedient. He'll say things that are just whatever is expedient. So I don't.
Were any
Enough without needing any tricks. You know, I don't have a really high opinion of Graham. I that's my personal opinion.
Well, now, Mr. Rinder. Now, of course, this was before the board and whatnot, where everybody got together. You know, I get it. I get it. But is it fair to say that there's been a lot of criticism of people that have been given in the past and they'll probably be given in the future? Like, you got to think about the criticism that you give out, that being one of them. So if Aaron did a video where he didn't even mention the attorney, it is a very old video. It is. But I mean, he didn't call anybody a fruitcake. Okay. He didn't call anybody a, I don't trust so and so. Right. I think this is the kind of stuff that you have to be careful with. Because if you have like a target on your back, like Scientology, they're going to, this is old videos can come about, or those that just don't like you. Old videos are going to come back out and people will say stuff. Yeah, this was sent. I said, wait a minute. They're talking about the same Graham Berry that Aaron criticized, but didn't really name, but tucked. Well, maybe Graham Berry isn't doing a good job. Okay, so what? Who made him Jesus? I'm just saying. And I would be calling him out too if I am sending business or if I'm sending my people that are traumatized victims that have left the church. I would be criticizing you if you don't show up to court. Okay? Are you kidding me? You're making everybody look bad. Exactly. But hey, what do I know? I'm just saying. We all got bad behavior on the internet. Everybody's got something that they've done. Nowadays, everybody, right? Just saying, man. People need to be able to trust their board. No, he didn't, Ken. Didn't call him by name. Didn't. But if this attorney or whatever the hell it is, whoever he is, has a bad rep of not showing up to court and whatever, Yes, when is she updating us? Please let me know. Is she live now? Because I've been waiting. I'm going to let you guys go because I've been waiting for this news too. Give me one sec. Yes. Is she going live? Let me know. Aaron gave facts of the events. Yes. That did happen. And I think it's only fair to just kind of, say things how they are and not get in our fifis about stuff. Right? Gotcha. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this video. Yeah, I'll let you guys know if the person decides to. I mean, I'm looking to interview, so hopefully we'll put a date in the books and I will follow up. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to everybody. Let me give some shout outs before I go. Bonnie, thank you again. Alicia, thank you again. Amethyst, thank you again for the gifts. And Pika, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys in the next one. I might be live later today. We got to talk about BJ. All right. Bye, guys.